Hello, beautiful and exotic women of the world. Welcome back to my channel. Being beautiful is knowing that your existence alone is going to trigger some of the most questionable behavior out of people. Women in particular will do the strangest things, the weirdest things, the most evil things that you can think of, simply because you are breathing and exist on this earth plane. I want to share this video of this creator on TikTok that spoke about some weird instances she had and weird encounters with women because of her just simply being beautiful and existing, and then I'll come back with my 2 cents.
One thing I noticed that jealous women will do in public is if they need to get around you or by you, they will not say excuse me. They will walk close to you, or they'll even brush up against you. They might just bump you if they're bold enough. This just happened to me in 2 different stores. But let me tell y'all about when I went to a beauty supply in Indiana a few months ago. I was standing there looking at some perfumes, or maybe they was lip glosses or something. This girl starts reaching in my space, but she's reaching for something that's literally like below me without even saying excuse me. She did that multiple times in a store. And I noticed that everywhere I was, she kept coming close by, just looking, like closely looking, but never saying excuse me. And on the way out, I noticed that she said to the cashier, she was like, "Have a nice day." You can say have a nice day, but you can't say excuse me. Okay. And before that, I went to another beauty supply, and I'm standing there looking at the roll-on perfumes. This girl is standing in the walkway facing towards me. She's literally facing towards me, and I see her out of my peripheral. And I'm thinking, like, is she waiting for me to just get done so she can smell them? Something told me, don't ask her, just keep smelling them. I kept smelling them. She was just standing there staring at me, y'all. So I looked, we made eye contact, and I turned back around, and that was it. The cashier finally came up to her and was like, you ready to check out? So I'm like, okay, she's just waiting to check out. On the way out, she brushed up against me. Y'all, she has so much space. She has so much space to walk around me. If you're really beautiful, nobody will be nice to you. Just be careful with women like that, because they'll do things like that to try to get a reaction out of you. And to be honest, women are getting acid thrown in their faces. They're getting stabbed. They're getting set up by their friends, their literal friends. It's actually really dangerous out here for beautiful women. Don't give them their reaction that they're looking for. Let losers be losers.
So does this really surprise anybody? Like, I talk about this all the time on this channel. We have discourse about this all the time because this is what happens when you are just existing in public, which is why a lot of beautiful women tend to go into hiding, tend to be in isolation, or tend to just not like people. And people say, oh, you have a resting bee face. Always look so mean. Why you never want to come outside? Why you never want to hang out? Because I have to deal with stuff like this. What you mean I have to come outside, get drunk with y'all, party, and let my guards down, and also have to deal with this nonsense on top of that? I'm good. I'd rather party and have a good time indoors. So my theory is people do this because they need a reaction out of you. You have to understand, people that feel like they have to do things like this to other women, let alone beautiful women, they do not feel adequate. Someone who does not feel adequate, someone who does not feel good enough in their own life, like they have not self-actualized, they don't have any type of self-realization, they don't know who they are, they don't like themselves or even love themselves, they struggle with being able to stomach other women who appear, quote unquote, appear to show up happy, whole, pretty, put together, confident. Like, they struggle to see other women embodying true femininity and true womanhood, which is why a lot of beautiful women have to deal with a lot of loud mouth, nasty energy from women, because when other women who have not worked on themselves, who have not found it in themselves to like who they see when they look in the mirror, they do not like to see other women who have already done the work or who don't have those types of self-image struggles or self-actualization struggles thriving and living. They can't fathom it, they can't stomach it, and they also don't understand it. So naturally, this is going to translate to them that you think you're better. So then anything that happens after that in their mind is justified because you are personally attacking them. Do you see the mental delusion and the mental illness? They just fabricated that entire scenario and that entire situation in their own minds, all because they lack a self-concept and they lack self-love. So now because they lack self-concept and they lack self-love, they hate you and they have to make you pay for it. This is what I talk about when I say that women are sloppy. A lot of unattractive women or just insecure women can be very sloppy with their emotions. And women tend to struggle with maintaining and controlling their emotions and not letting how they feel about themselves spill out onto other women. You are letting your negative feelings, your envy, your jealousy, whatever else, spew out of your pores and leak onto the floor where other people have to interact with it. Why? I shouldn't have to deal with your internal conflicts. That's my issue with these types of women. You are allowing your sloppiness, your emotional sloppiness to manifest into physical action. So now you're physically entering my space, being rude, being mean, being nasty, attempting to make me feel uncomfortable because you're uncomfortable with my spirit. And we all just have to deal with that. We all just have to put up with that. I would beg to differ. So let's go through some of these comments. I really enjoyed looking through these comments and seeing what some of the ladies were, speaking about in regards to this topic. One lady said, yes, they need your attention to harvest your energy. It gives them a high. Again, when you do not see yourself as the main character in your own life, you feel like other women who shine brighter than you or who look better than you are the main character in your life because, again, you have not self-actualized. You do not have a self-concept. So naturally, if someone else is showing up as the main character in your life, in that moment, you cannot help but have a visceral reaction. You cannot help but have a physical reaction and try to harvest some of her energy. Because you feel negatively about yourself and because she's triggered that in you, you feel like it's now your job to basically get your get back or get your lick back and make her feel uncomfy because you feel uncomfy. So that's why people do this type of stuff. They have to get energy out of you that they feel like you're taking from them. Again, mental illness, because how does all of that correlate to you attacking a stranger? The world will never know. But these are the things that we have to deal with. So we have to unpack them. That girl was trying to harvest her energy. Okay? You reaching into my space when I'm already here is rude. And you know it's rude. Whether you were a good or a bad kid, you have an understanding of what manners are. At some point or another, an adult told you what is right and what is wrong, what is appropriate and what is not, what is kind and what is rude. So if you are actively entering someone's space and not acknowledging them and hoping that they'll move out of your way or expecting them to, pay attention to you and give you the time of day because you're being rude to them, that's entitlement. Again, another flaw of these weirdos. They have this strange entitlement to beautiful women's time, energy, and attention. People like that will meet the right one and get knocked the F out. People like that will meet the right one and get spat on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I come from a place where that's not flying. We will throw hands before I ever let somebody disrespect me like that. Okay? So people need to be careful because you don't know, you can meet somebody on the right day that has the time to give it back to you. But again, they're trying to harvest your energy. They're trying to get a reaction because, again, you are showing up as the main character. For whatever reason, your beauty has stopped them in their tracks. They can't believe you're in their space. They can't believe they're sharing the same air as you. And something in you has triggered them to the point where they now have to enter your space and try to become the main character in your life now, even though you are minding your goddamn business. Another comment I saw that I thought was interesting. This one woman says, happens to me all the time and at the gym too. This is partly why I canceled my membership. I've spoken about this in other videos relating to the gym and just my woes with dealing with men and women in the gym. I cannot stand women who try to compete silently with other women in the gym. It is one of the fanes of my existence, is having to go to the gym and deal with the eyes, the competitiveness, the following you around the gym, the needing to be seen by you because maybe you're their gym goals, or you have the body that they desire, or they feel like, oh, who does she think she is? I need to enter her space and monitor her, and she needs to see me because she's not the only one with a fat ass in here. She's not the only one that looks good in here. She needs to see me, so I'm going to go in her space. Everywhere I go, I'm going to follow her around. I'm going to go in the mirror. When she's in the mirror, I'm going to go in the mirror too. When she goes to the locker room, I'm following her. Like, this is the type of madness we have to deal with. Okay? Let's really wake it up. Because there's a lot of weirdos roaming around here that need to be in straitjackets. Why are you following me, ma'am? I don't go that way. I know you would like to bump kitties with me, but I don't go that way. Okay? Yeah. The gym is probably one of the most annoying places to be when you're beautiful, because people, men and women, just treat you like you are a specimen to be observed. Why are you in my space? Why do you feel like you have to try to intimidate me because you see something on me that you like, whether it's my face, my body, my skin, whatever? Why do you feel entitled to being in my space? Why do you also feel like you can be rude to me in here? Do you feel like, oh, because we're all sharing the space, that means that the rules on the outside world, in the outside world, don't apply because we're all sharing a gym right now? No, the rules still apply. Manners. I demand respect, therefore you will respect me or you will get checked. And I've had to check women before in the gym. I've had to check men in the gym. I don't hold back. But this is where it also happens, ladies. It happens in the gym. It happens everywhere. It's quite annoying. Someone else commented, it's crazy how much people feed off reactions. People are zombies and don't even know it. And this is so true. People don't even realize that they are literally energy vampires. They think that their behavior is normal. And this is why, again, I will scream it on the rooftops, a lot of neurotypical people, at least the problematic ones, because not all of you are bad, the problematic ones definitely frighten me. Because what do you mean you are walking through this life and you think that that behavior is typical, normal, and should be accepted in society? You are an energy vampire. You are empty to the core, baby. Because I'm telling you right now, people who have a life, people who have things going on, people who have stuff, okay? People who are happy and fulfilled, they do not go into spaces in public and look for moments to pick up people or to harvest people's energy or to stalk somebody to make them feel uncomfortable. What are you doing? And she said it perfectly. They're feeding off of your reactions. I do not doubt for a second that if that girl gave those women the reactions they were looking for, they would have taken the opportunity to beat her ass. Because that's what a lot of women want to do at the end of the day to beautiful women. Let's just be honest. Beautiful women are targeted, and if it was up to these bullies and up to these weirdos, they would absolutely put their hands on us at any moment, at any given time. If it meant that they could feel better about themselves internally, they would absolutely put their hands on us. And I feel like a lot of women do things to bait you into a fight. And I think a lot of people get frustrated with beautiful women who don't react because those women, those beautiful women who don't react, are playing smart. They're playing chess with you. Because something I know is my face is my moneymaker. My face is what gets me through the door. My face is what gets me opportunities, what has gotten me my man, what has put me in pivotal positions. Okay? I am grateful for my beauty. It is a gift from God. That being said, I know that you want to claw my eyes out. I know that you want to hurt me and harm me. And I know that you don't want me to be beautiful. So why would I ever give you ammunition to put your hands on me? I would never give you that, baby. You will not get the satisfaction out of me. Ever. And I think that's when these women sort of back off or they get irritated. Like, for example, in her first story, she said that the girl said to the cashier, "Have a nice day." Like, she was trying to be funny. Like, she saw her leaving, and because she didn't give her reaction, she's going to let her know that, okay, girl, have a nice day. Like, you didn't feed into it. Have a nice day. Yeah, I didn't feed into it, and I don't care that you are mad. And I don't care that you wanted a reaction out of me, because guess what? You're not getting one. And I love doing that to people. I love shocking people and surprising people with my unbotheredness. I'm not giving you a reaction, baby. You are not going to bait me into a fight. You are not going to trick me into fighting you, because I know that's what you want. You want a chance to hurt somebody to the point where they cannot heal from those moments. And that's why she said there are acid attacks. Okay, people like to slice. So I don't play these type of games with women. I literally ignore women for a living. That is one of my favorite things to do, is to ignore bothered, unevolved, weak, immature women who are always looking for reactions and always looking to harvest somebody's energy through the reaction. Another comment that I saw said, "You sound magnetic, but the downside to that is that you also attract envious entities. Great on your end for not reacting. They feed off of that." And that is the perfect segue to close this video out. We talk about this all the time on this channel. We are magnetic beings. The sooner you realize that, the sooner you'll wake up and put yourself in situations to win instead of being targeted and being accessed by these types of people. You are magnetic. Okay, what can you do with that magnetism? How can you use it to your benefit? How can you get what you need out of this life and out of this world with your magnetism in a positive way, in a way that serves you? Do not confuse your magnetism with, oh, everyone should have access to me. Oh, if this girl approaches me and wants to be friends, I should give her my friendship. No. For what? For what? So she can leech off of you again, suck your energy dry, take from you, try to destiny swap. I am not in the business of doing that type of thing anymore. I don't think anyone deserves a connection to me unless they've proven themselves, And just because we're magnetic does not mean that we have to accept or tolerate anything off of anybody. But it's even more of a reason to be aware of, these types of people. Because you are magnetic, you will attract people who are lacking the things that you have in abundance. Moths are attracted to light. And they're also attracted to the flame. You are the flame. You are the light. You are the source. So, of course, they are empty vessels. They have nothing to offer the world. They're weak. They're weird. They're immature. And they're attracted to you because you are everything they're not. Does that mean you give them an access? No. Does that mean you give them the reaction they want? No. It's even more of a reason for you not to, knowing that they are only attracted to you because of what they lack. So ladies, drop down in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts on this young lady's story time. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. I'll also be leaving my email in the description box so you can share your stories there as well. Have a lovely day, ladies.